Okay, we're just gonna start the YouTube here for this segment. So welcome back from the break, from the memes. I finally have the Wii U set up. Let's play just a little bit. Just a little bit. Of Mario Kart DS. Not too much today. Because late start on this segment anyways, late start. Early start to the whole stream because I was very antsy to watch that trailer. Oh, gotta re-enable those limiters. Okay. Do that and... Alright, how's that volume level? Should be good. Alright, welcome back to more Mario Kart. This is, like I said, gonna be a little bit of a shorter Mario Kart stream. I'm gonna do just like some Grand Prix stuff. I'm not gonna even bother with mission today, as much as I would like to. I'm really tired. It's my first day back at work in a very long time. It's time. So we unlocked Daisy last time, so we'll use her today. At least once. So you have the Light Dancer and the Light Tripper. Do not be confused, these are different vehicles. Are you confused? I told you not to be! I think I like the Light Dancer from what I remember. I'm not entirely sure, but alright. We haven't done any 100cc, so that's what we're going to tackle today. And the next time we stream Mario Kart DS will be the last stream where I tackle mirror mode and the rest of mission mode. So alright, welcome back. Also, yeah, she's missing like half of her fucking dress. She's just like melted her flesh into this vehicle. Don't worry about it, it's probably fine, and if not, that's her problem and not ours. We don't have to feel the pain, only she does. Nice! Oh, Bowser's dead. Bowser's fucking dead! Alright, well, you know, all that talking that I did about that Xenoblade 3 trailer, and that's not even the half of, like, all of the fucking news since the last time I streamed. There has been a lot of rumors, leaks, discoveries, self-discovery most especially. I learned that bananas are actually rather good, and also I learned that I'm decent at bowling despite having not bowlinged in well over 14 years. I went out with some friends last weekend, and I bowled. And I bowled a fucking 100, which isn't amazing. A perfect score in bowling is 300, so it's actually kind of not great. But for the fucking first time ever, in like 14 years, I bowled. And I had a good-ass time, and I got 100. I was very proud of myself, okay? Everyone else in the group scored like mid-60s, upper 80s. There was one dude who is like a regular bowler in the group. Didn't beat him. He got like almost a 200. But I felt good in the moment. But as for the actual news that you actually care about, you don't care about me bowling. There has been discoveries of GBA emulation on the Nintendo Switch. This is really interesting on how this is gonna work. Because the way all of the other NSO shit works is I think it's like some kind of peer-to-peer stuff where you both have the same like information on screen at the same time. But when it comes to GBA multiplayer stuff, that is not something that you can play two people on the same system. So all of the GBA multiplayer stuff is, what's the word for it actually? Isometric? No. Asymmetric? I think actually it's asymmetric. Where you don't share the same information. Fuck Mario. I hate Mario. All my homies hope. No, fuck Mario, fuck Luigi, fuck Daisy, fuck Hudson, fuck Peach. Yoshi's okay though. Wario's not here, so I can't fuck him. But if it works like it should, which is just it emulates the link cables, that would be wonderful. If Nintendo's gonna blunder this though, they're gonna blunder it by not really having online, which I hope doesn't become the case. But I'm worried about it. The only way to really know is to see, to find out for ourselves what this looks like. Also, this looks actually a little quiet, so I'm gonna boost it slightly. The game audio, that is. You let me know if that's a little too loud, though. But yeah, if I can take a moment, actually, to break your immersion here, just for the sake of remembering, because I don't fucking remember shit. Can I go? Oh, you can't actually go to the. Hang on. I'm gonna create a restore point right here. I don't remember, but I thought recently with the eShop closing announcement that I downloaded some GBA games on here. I want to see which ones that I downloaded on my Wii U here, and that would be you can't see this, but take my word, Mario Advance 1, 2, and 3, Superstar Saga, Minish Cap, Zero Mission, which I've streamed, and then Fire Emblem, which is just American Fire Emblem. So there you go. Those are the ones that I have. And of those, I think most of them were listed in that leak. There were also some other interesting ones, like I think Ruby and Sapphire was there, which would be a first for like Pokemon just handing out shit. Wouldn't that be nice? It's almost too good to believe. Oh good, I didn't even need my save state. It just came right back to the game. That's convenient for this emulator. Oh shit, forgot to put the overlay back on. There you go. Of course I'm really excited for it though. There's a couple of other games that like Fusion was one that I really considered buying again. But I do have it on 3DS, and I actually also have a GBA cart of it. So I just kind of told myself that whenever I stream Fusion, that I was probably just gonna play the game with shitty stream quality, not being HD. But if this rumor is true, then that would be cool. I do have to be a little bit skeptical though. And while the information seems extremely credible, I also just have to be doubtful in some aspects. Because this is like so recent after the N64 stuff and the Genesis stuff. I mean, it's been like 6 months or so since all that like launched. So I guess it's been a good amount of time, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's fairly recent. But yeah, I guess I don't really know for sure if this is real or not. And it's also entirely possible that even if the emulator data on the Switch is real for these GBA games, that it never will amount to anything. that's doubtful, to be honest, but it's also technically possible that it could just be something that's like being worked on and like experimented with. But then will never come to fruition. But yeah, the idea of GBA games coming to Switch is very neat. I'm wondering, not that I'm complaining, because I like GBA games more than original and GBC, but I'm wondering where those are. And why those aren't included in the collection, or if they are, if I maybe glossed over that. But I understood the leak as, it's just GBA that we're getting, or apparently getting. So, I don't really know. But regardless, it seems pretty exciting. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe that's an E3 announcement. Which is why they haven't quite said something about it yet. But I mean, last couple of weeks have been, for a company, everyone makes this same joke, so I'm not funny, I already know. But for a company that has a plumber as a mascot, they sure have some leaky pipes. E3 was canceled. Oh, that is true. Well, okay, so what I mean by E3 is the inevitable Nintendo Direct that will happen in June. Also, Summer Games Fest is still happening. And Jeff Keighley was very quick to say that after the E3 cancellation announcement. Get in front of me. Oh my god, I got that item and then fucking up boned. Apparently E3 is going to, quote-unquote, come back next year as a better show. But honestly, at this rate, on the topic of E3, I kinda don't care. Like, I remember, I'm sure this is a really common thing in all reality. Another fucking blue shell, huh? Alright. I remember there was a good period of time where I wanted to go into games journalism solely to be at E3. That was like my end goal. Right? I mean, that's what Gaming Outlet was, where I got my start on YouTube and shit like that. I mean, not entirely. Gaming Outlet was more of a collaborative thing that was like me working with other people. But like when I first started doing stuff solo, that was like, yeah, I want to go to E3, I want to play games early. It seemed like such a cool thing. And then E3 opened up to the public, and that was the death of E3 as we knew it. I think E3 lasted 2 or 3 years open to public before they closed. Granted, COVID didn't help. There was a lot of things that shut E3 down, but even like Sony like left E3 like a few years prior to that, for a couple years in a row, I think, before that. I think the last time Sony was at E3 was 2018. And even when they had their digital events, Sony still didn't show up. So, Sony don't give no fuck. I don't really follow Summer Games Fest well enough to know if Sony made any kind of appearance there. I'm sure games that appeared on the PlayStation were there, but I don't think Sony themselves made any kind of event out of Summer Games Fest. But still, will be interesting to see what happens. Honestly, Game Awards has become more of a thing that more people look forward to than E3 at this rate, though. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is cool to get those game announcements all in like E3 week. Like, I've got one friend in particular who's like extremely bummed about it, about the E3 cancellation. I'm like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, we're gonna get these game announcements. It's not like, oh, well, the guys in the suits no longer want to, you know, make a circle jerk. Well, we'll never be able to release more information about Yoshi's Big Egg Galaxy, which is the new game. Game Awards is biased. That is also true, though. And also, personally speaking, I don't really care for the Game Awards that much. But I always see more buzz around the Game Awards than I do E3, I think. Like, in an event-to-event kind of basis, I mean. Like, before I started streaming E3 stuff, I would watch usually just Nintendo and maybe Microsoft because my family had an Xbox at home growing up. But I didn't care about watching the other shows. When you watch the Game Awards, you get a little bit of everything. And you get exposed to some shit that you might not have gone out of your way to look for. Which is, honestly, that's a good side to Game Awards. But yeah, I mean, the awards themselves are definitely very not fair, I guess. Like, I can tell you right now, without even knowing how good any other game that's coming out this year is going to be, the Jeff Keighley Game Award winner is hands down Elden Ring this year. No doubt about it. There has been a couple of years where Game Awards would be like, cheeky left ball pitch, and then they pick like Sekiro over the other obvious game, which I don't remember from that year, but not to say Sekiro didn't deserve it, because I don't play the game, so I don't really have a stake in that race, but you know, I feel like sometimes that, or like that year in particular, was Jeff Keighley being like, see, it's not the obvious thing. 90% of the Game Awards I actually don't care about. See, but that's the other thing. That's the other thing. Well, I say, for me, it's kind of interesting to watch the Game Awards slightly. Just because I can see things that I wouldn't have gone out of my way to see. Like, sometimes I get the rare occasion of, oh, this shit looks dope as fuck. Most of the time, however, it's, I really don't give a fuck about this game. Where's Xenoblade 5? So yeah, I mean, I can see both sides of it. I can see the business aspect of Game Awards. I can see the, you know, the consumer, how some people would like it, but the truth is, in some ways, I guess E3 is nicer because you can just cherry pick what you want to watch. And you don't have to sit through a 3-hour show of boringness. I was reading chat. Fuck. Kingdom Hearts 4 apparently was supposed to be an E3 announcement, but because E3 was canceled, Square was just like, here you go. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I'm not a Kingdom Hearts fan, so I wouldn't have ever known that, but I guess that's interesting to know. Oh, that's just speculation. All right. Never mind. That is not interesting. I hate interesting. Fuck! Well, regardless, I could see that as being the case, though. I could believe it. I'm so mixed on E3 itself, though. The one part of E3 that I think is the most beneficial that we are losing which happens as well as far as I'm aware in even the context of digital event. But letting the press play games early, which is arguably the point of E3 and why opening to the public kind of killed the show. But I mean, even when they opened to the public, they still had a couple of like behind closed doors press people can play this and that. But for the most part, you know, press had to wait in extra long lines to play the games. So just in general, less press was playing the games, which generated, you know, less buzz around the game, yada, yada, yada. I'm not the business expert you're looking to talk to about this, but I'm sure you could make a whole series of arguments as to why certain aspects of E3 failed or succeeded in some ways. But as a consumer myself, as someone who likes to buy the video games, these days I don't typically rely on press anymore. I can make a decision for myself, but there definitely was an era in my life that extended for a very long period of my life where hearing early impressions on a game, one, generated more hype for it, like in the case of Breath of the Wild Z3, or in the case of some other games, it's like, oh shit, this is really striking my fancy, and like in like a Game Explain discussion, I would hear about the experiences these guys had playing the game, and I'd be like, alright. Now Game Explain sucks, though. Good vibe gaming all the way. But Cuphead press. See, I don't know anything about Cuphead, but I'm guessing that's a joke about gaming journalists not being good at video games, which, I mean, me too. I will say, as someone who tried to write reviews for a long time, it's hard to come up with, like, I mean, it's their job, so it's fair to point out the flaws, but at the same time, I can see where it's difficult to come up with the quote-unquote unbiased review, which I don't think exists, to be honest. There's a game journalist who just couldn't beat the tutorial. Okay, well, I guess that's a little bit of a league different, but, he got stuck dashing while midair. Wonderful job, game journalist. That's beautiful. Honestly, a work of art, if I've ever seen one. I still think that there's gonna be, like, a direct in the middle of summer sometime. It's just what Nintendo do. At least for Nintendo. I can't talk about, like, Sony, because I've yet to watch a single state of play. Mostly just because... I'll tell you my interest in Sony games right here. I'm now beginning to become interested in Final Fantasy. I have a very minor, barely worth noting, but very minor interest in FromSoft as a company. I like the hype that I see on the internet for that company, even if I've never played a game that they've made, because quite frankly, I don't like hard video games. I don't think hard video games is a problem, but in my current state of life, I've got a lot of shit on my plate. And at least, maybe it's more for my stream. Maybe if I played, like, Elden Ring on my own, I would like it a lot more than if I streamed it. Because I feel like when I stream things, if I'm constantly redoing the same thing over and over because I'm failing, I feel like, arguably, I'm failing the streaming part more Also because it's really difficult to be entertaining and frustrated at the same time, unless you're making silly, like, kind of noises, but that only gets you so far with me, or that only gets me so far with feeling like I'm being entertaining. After a certain point of frustration, I'm like, okay, I want this to be over. I no longer want to make the funny noises. Yeah, Bowser, well, I don't really feel like I did that entirely when I did the Bowser's Inside Story Super Boss, and mind you, didn't succeed at. I definitely was frustrated at it, but I think that was more of an angle of defeat rather than being pissed off, but I also don't remember. Maybe, I mean, the footage is there. You can prove me right or wrong. Coming in third on this race. Wonderful job, RNG. Damn. I will state that difficulty in video games is not a bad thing. And I am most of the time just lazy and don't want to put in the time to be the bestest ever. Still got a star for that, surprisingly. Despite coming in third right there. That probably would have been a 3-star then. Damn. Oh well. I do feel bad when I, like, have to put a game down because it's too fucking hard. But if I, like, spend, like, the majority or even an entirety of a stream doing the same thing over and over again, and I don't succeed by the end of the stream, I feel like by then it's just fruitless to keep going. And I feel like if I did Elden Ring streams, that's what a lot of that game would be for me. Because I've never played a FromSoft game. I'm sure after I played Elden Ring, or Dark Souls, or whatever, at least once, one of the games, I still would have a hard time with it, definitely. But I'd maybe get a little bit of an easier understanding on it. And fail a little less. So maybe for my first FromSoft game, it should be something I play on my own. I don't know. I'd definitely break a controller out of rage, says Froze. You know, I shitpost on people who've done that before, but I'm not gonna lie, I've never broken a controller, but there have been moments of just like pure frustration. I don't remember what it was. There was something I did with my roommate, like within the last couple of months. We played some game, and I got like so frustrated by it that I actually just like let go of the controller and dropped it on the floor. I was like, wow, that's the first time I've done something like that. I was that angry at this game right now. If I get to that level, just for me, it's just not fun at that rate. It feels defeating. I don't know. I understand why some people like it. I really understand how rewarding it can be to like figure it out and be good. Breath of the Wild is a game that felt hard at first, but after you get to know it and master it, it's... I would argue Breath of the Wild is not a hard game, but I also have a lot of experience with it. And that's kind of what I see people tell me when it comes to FromSoft games. Is that, oh, Dark Souls isn't hard, Elden Ring's not hard, you just gotta get good. It's like, easier said than done, man. I'm not good at video games. And then another element that kind of adds to that, I'm not trying to create excuses, but just a genuine thing when it comes to streaming, the rate that I do my commentary at takes a lot more brain power than one might be apparent, obviously. Which is why I can boulder sometimes and like not see obvious shit that like playing normally I would have instantly saw. Because I gotta think and not fully pay attention to what I'm looking at sometimes. Am I still on 100cc? Because goddamn, I kicked this race. It's only justified when playing rage games. For the controller breaking? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, if I broke a controller while experiencing King DDD, and Kirby, yeah, that would have been something that I should have been made fun of for, I think, honestly. Thankfully, my controller is okay. So you don't get to make fun of me yet. Don't worry, I haven't done the post-game for that yet. I think that's tomorrow. Fuck! Did you see that gamer play from Tatsun? See, that's what I'm talking about with, like, the funny yell can be funny, but when you get to a certain point where it's, like, actually pissing me off, that's when it's like, okay, we done you. But I mean, a game biting back can also make it more engaging. Like, it is, I will give a game credit. Learning how to be good at a game is a fun process, but depending on the game, that can be a lengthy process, and sometimes your mileage on just how quickly you can learn shit can vary. Not to mention the one game that I never can stop mentioning, but when it comes to Xenoblade, on first playthrough, I found that game to be extremely difficult because I didn't understand the gem system. I didn't understand, like, a lot of core mechanics of that game. And, sometimes the solution is like watching a YouTube video. Like for Xenoblade, that's what it was for me. I had to watch some videos of some people explaining the systems, and then I was like, oh, actually, I really like this. I don't think Xenoblade is a hard game to learn. I think it was more, I was stubborn. I think that was more a me problem than the game. But I guess going back to the original topic entirely was, you know, game journalism and like objective difficulty, shit like that. Where was the topic? Wait, was that the topic? Oh god, nope, I lost my train of thought. See what I mean? Sometimes you gotta look at what's in front of you and then you forget everything. Wonderful. If you would have had to do the post-game bosses hit list, you would have rage quitted the game. For Kirby? Yeah, maybe. Hitless is definitely a tough challenge in any game for me. I'm clumsy. I honestly, it is a tactic for me to just sometimes eat shit and tank shit. And just like beans my way. I button mash a little bit. Sometimes you can hear it. You just hear in the background just that. When like all that's on screen is just like one text box. I'm like, mash, mash, mash! What was I saying? I was saying, game journalism, objective, bullshit, criticism on difficulty. Yeah, game being hard doesn't make it a bad game, I think is what I am trying to say. I probably already did say, but yeah. But oh, I remember what I was saying now. Your mileage can vary on like how quickly you learn something though. Not even just for like the idea of like how I experienced learning Xenoblade, but also with stuff like, while I might find the King DDD fight in Kirby to be extremely difficult, you may have gotten either lucky or just have, you know, a better immediate understanding of the controls. Like you learned it sooner. But then when it comes to Mario Kart, I'm holding A. Why did that stop? When it comes to Mario Kart, maybe. I'm not saying this is anyone in particular, by the way. But let's just say, you might find that doing certain time trials is like extremely difficult. And then I just like ace that shit, like first try. It depends on like all of the games that you've played over the years. Like there's a lot that goes into what makes your opinion. And that's kind of why it's important to be able to recognize people's opinions as that. Opinions. Someone disliking or liking a thing for XYZ reason doesn't have to mean you can't like it, or it doesn't mean that you have to even be repulsed by the person. I've had a couple of people in my life where a gaming opinion has made them dislike me as a person. I'm like, really? Like, I've had a different experience from you. I don't, just because I feel this way also doesn't mean I want you to feel this way too. Sometimes I might express something to you and maybe you'll be like, oh, that's something I never considered before. And maybe you can slightly keep that in mind. But even then, I never expect anyone when I tell them this is my experience with the game. I never expect anyone to be like, well, shit, I used to really fucking I used to love the fuck out of, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a game that I dislike that a lot of people like. I just can't really think of one off the top of my head, but let's just say one that isn't true, but let's say that I made it true for whatever reason. I really used to love Spirit Tracks, which I know actually a lot of people don't like that game. I find it to be okay. But then this dude brought up a bunch of points about how he doesn't like how the train, whatever. It linearizes your exploration and limits just what you can explore in the world. And because of that one strong opinion that makes this person dislike this game, now I hate the game. I've seen that a couple of times. Luckily, I want to have hope in people and say that I'm noticing this less, but I'm also not really seeking it out, so that could also be a reason why I notice it less. I'm less involved in the internet in general. I kind of stick to my own little community here. I interact with some other people that I know that like similar games to me, but you won't find me that often replying to other people on Twitter, and you'll probably never find my name officially me in a Reddit thread and stuff like that. That's not a slide on Reddit. I'm just saying I don't use it. I'll read this chat message. I think that specific point is bad because let's be real, Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass had a ton of empty space in the ocean. Train tracks did not make the world any less explorable. I will, I'll entertain this topic just for a second here by saying that's not my opinion. I like Spirit Tracks, and I agree with you, Jerry. However, the idea is not that you have less to explore, but quite literally that you are being railroaded because, you're a train. You're being told this is where you have to go to get there. Sometimes you get some forks in the road, but you have to go down narrow paths. There's no, even with a straight road like this in Mario Kart, there's a difference between being on the left side and the right side of the road. That doesn't exist in Spirit Tracks, is the argument there, I guess. But yeah, Spirit Tracks isn't perfect. I don't think any game really is. I think perfection in video games is just an objective lie. It doesn't exist. You can look for it and you can create things that are your objective or like your personal. Your personal would be the right thing to say. Your objective, I think, is not real. But I guess you can make it real if you really want it to. I don't know. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. Maybe it's just because I like talking to a lot of different people. Well, like talking is a strong way to describe it, but I can handle myself in conversations with other people sometimes, and as such, you know, maybe it's through that I come to have a almost centralist viewpoint on like gaming objectiveness. Once again, stopped accelerating, but I did not let go of the button. This gamepad is a crapping out. Fuck, lost my train of thought. Nope, that's gone. Gone! Twice now. I told you I would be tired today. I worked a 12-hour shift. It's my first day back in a while. And I had to know for most of my day that Xenoblade had a new trailer, and I couldn't watch it. Oh, I remember what I was saying. Yeah, so I personally, I don't expect other people to be this way, because, once again, your experiences define you. Don't let me say that this is how I like to live and that you should try this. That's not what I'm saying, but I like to live in a way where I can talk to different people who maybe have a completely opposite opinion of me when it comes to media. Usually that is specifically media. But let's just entertain the idea and say, if someone came up to me and said, Gabe, I tried getting into it, but man, I fucking hate Xenoblade Chronicles, dude. I'd be like, you know what? You gave it a shot. That's fair. Let me know what you didn't like about it, though. I'd like to see if maybe you had a weird experience that maybe you could try this thing or that thing, and it'll be different, or if you've just given up and you don't want to go back. You know, that's cool, too. You know, I don't know. I like talking to people and like comparing opinions and even having opposing opinions in some ways. But again, that kind of usually only for me applies to like media. There's certain things in life that I'm just like, if you think this way, I don't want to talk to you because you're kind of a piece of shit. But, you know, let's not go there. Instead, let's talk about Mario Kart. Guys, Mario Kart. How about them apples? Hang on, chat message. I don't enjoy when people cannot let you have an opinion or dislike a game because you don't enjoy it. Yeah, honestly, that's the thing. If you like or dislike something and then someone else has the opposing opinion and you just like cannot fathom that, that's what I was kind of saying earlier before, where I had like some people in my life that like dislike the game that I like, and they're like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm like, what do you mean? We like this other game in common. We could talk about that. No, you like Minecraft. I'm like, okay. It wasn't Minecraft, for the record, but Yeah, Mario Kart. It's fun. This was a weird conversation that I wasn't expecting to have today, but I guess that's what happens when you have tired, sleep-deprived, and Gabe's brain that's like internally thinking externally. So wonderful job there. So, rumor on the block says, with those GBA remakes, comes, Super Circuit. Mario Kart Super Circuit. The question come out, does Gabe stream Mario Kart Super Circuit? If that is the case, yeah, I'll stream it. You know that thing I was saying about opinions? Least favorite games and all that? Well, Super Circuit happens to be my least favorite, but it's also been a very long time since I played it. Did Super Circuit even have multiplayer? Well, I don't think that's necessarily an exclusivity for coming to NSO. Can someone get me the quote-unquote list of games that were apparently leaked? Or the screenshots or whatever? Either is fine. Just for the sake of that topic. But I want to say there's probably, I think there's a few games that was on that list that didn't have multiplayer. I mean, there's a few games on N64 online that don't have multiplayer. Banjo's there. Banjo is single player only. I don't even think that game had, like, mini games. I don't remember there being mini games. I guess that doesn't mean that there wasn't, but... Boulder. We bolden. Fucking Red Shell AI. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories is there? Isn't that in a collection that's on PS4? Or no? Isn't there like a Kingdom Hearts collection on PS4/PS5 that is like the story so far, or otherwise every Kingdom Hearts game, or no? I guess it probably wouldn't be every Kingdom Hearts game. It was originally a GBA game. Well, that I understand. Yeah, but not the GBA version. Oh, okay. Once again, Kingdom Hearts, game series I've never played. I'm not entirely sure if I ever will. Well, that's not true. I will play a Kingdom Hearts one day in my life. I am not so stubborn that in my current ways that I would say I will never play this game. Right now it's not something I'm interested in, but god damn these red shells! Right now it's not something I'm interested in at all, but I will say, I mean, maybe not that one will be the one that I play, but as a video game enthusiast, self-dubbed, I like to call myself, one thing that I really like doing is just checking out games. There was a idea for a YouTube series that I'm still like mostly toying with, but that would just require me to motivate myself to actually fucking edit videos. I love editing, but it's something I have to be in the right mood to do for video editing in Premiere. But I had a video series idea where I would play one game, start to finish, and then do like a micro review, more, not so much reviewing the game, but talking about its legacy, like how important it is, and I would do one of these for every single character on the Smash Bros. Ultimate roster. So that would include, now since Smash Bros. Is complete, that would include Kingdom Hearts in some shape or form. So even if I don't do that YouTube series, I think that's just a personal thing for my stream that I kind of want to do over time, is at least play one game on my stream, start to finish, for every character. Yep. Kingdom Hearts? Persona? Sure, why not? Me characters, maybe not. I guess if I get bored and run out of shit to do when I'm 84, then maybe we'll consider the me characters as well. But just playing it is honestly, yeah, that sounds like a fun time. Doing the video idea is work, but it could also be fun. What I like about my streams now that I've spent a little bit more time streaming, I mean, I've been like actively streaming damn near every day, 4 to 5 days a week, consistently for over a year now, almost a year and a half. Well, no, that's exaggerating. Started January 2021 was when I like started my streak. And through like getting more confident in streaming, I'm able to express the same things just through a conversation while streaming that I would probably have expressed through the YouTube videos. It's just the only reason why I would still consider doing the YouTube video is just because not everyone has time to sit through a stream. I understand that. Streams are fucking long. This is a great stream of Xenoblade. Oh, did I forget to change the fucking title? God damn it, I did. I forgot to change. God damn it. Mario Kart DS. I forgot to update the title from us talking about Xenoblade 3. Oh, shit and fard. Thanks for pointing it out. Halfway through the Mario Kart stream. No, you're fine. I actually thank you for pointing it out, because I wouldn't have remembered. It was long past the point of having that in my thought process. Yeah, Twitch is being very, they're starting to come down a little bit on misusing tags. I don't think I'm gonna get, like, on their negative side for that. I think there's a difference between forgetting to switch the name of the game that you're playing to, you know, calling yourself a VTuber when you're not. How'd that not hit anybody? Get fucked. Now focus. Right at the end. It's a fucking death field right there at the finish line right there. There's so much shit on the floor. Oh my god, that Bowser face! I'm super excited to play Amazing Mirror. I've never played that one. I wish I played more Kirby games growing up, but I guess that's another weird thing with my stream that I guess I kind of like about it, but also kind of makes it hard for conversations, is I only ever played like the same fucking 6 games over and over again as a kid. I did not really often explore outside my my interests. You'll finally be able to play it the definitive way, with people. I want to see them do 4 Swords. Again. I don't know if that's in the GBA, because I know there's a 4 Swords GBA. But when I say 4 Swords, yeah, the GBA version's fine. There's also the anniversary version, which I have. And I think, from what I remember, was actually pretty fun. Also, Totson in a tank. What's he gonna shoot? But, when I say Four Swords, I'm actually referring to Four Swords Adventures, GameCube. Now, obviously, that can't be an NSO thing, but one day I'd like to see them make that game accessible. They kind of missed an opportunity-ish with the Wii U, though you would have to have multiple Wii U gamepads. Debated that move. Yeah, Four Swords Adventure is the GameCube one. Yeah, I know. I have that game, actually. I have one Game Boy Advance and 2 GBA hookups. Actually, my roommate has a GBA SP. So we could theoretically play that, the two of us, but... like I said, I want to see that game, like, remastered and made accessible somehow. I don't know how they would do it. But I want to see them make that game accessible with today's hardware. One might argue, well, let's just make a sequel. Yeah, do that too. Triforce Heroes, for what it's worth, was fine. I never got to finish it because my group of friends went ahead and played the game without me. Got way far ahead and then refused to replay old levels. So I just never got to get through that game myself. But one day I do have on the docket to stream that game with Caleb, and I'd try to find a third person for that. Four Swords Adventure is already a sequel. Oh, I know. But I'm just saying, some people be like, well, don't remake games, just make a sequel. Sequels are cool, but game preservation is beginning to suck. Especially with a game like that, which is really hard to like actually play the way it's supposed to be played, which is with 4 people. Yeah, I know Minish Cap is also a prequel to Four Swords. I've never played Minish Cap all the way through though. Demake the game. I mean, really, I just want an official way to play it without having to buy fucking 6 GBA hookups and... Or 4, not 6. The actual number is 4. Let's not exaggerate here. But even still, if I was to stream that game, that would require me to have 5 GameCubes. 4 of them with GBA readers. If I was to stream it with 4 people. TRG did it. Runaway Guys, they did it a few years ago. Fucking hats off to them for getting that hardware all together. I've never been able to play GBA games through multiplayer. Me too! The Game Boy Advance hookups that I own, the reason why I have 2 of them is because my parents lived separately from one another. And then at one point, both of my parents decided they no longer wanted all the video game stuff I had, so I essentially inherited both families' things. That's why I have like 4 Wiis. I'm not even kidding. Because my dad had multiple Wiis, like for multiple rooms. My mom had multiple Wiis. Though, with my mom's case, it was because the others broke. Because we also had I also have a brother that's 10 years younger than me, and he was very reckless when he was a tot. Sorry for those who were wanting more Mario Kart focused commentary today. I'm really getting into the Mario Kart podcasting idea. This will be available on SoundCloud later. No, that was a joke. It wasn't even funny. More reckless than I am at playing video games? Well, let's just put it this way, all right? So you know the story about me melting the chocolate to the Yoshi's Island that I told last time I played this game? Well, what if I told you this fucking guy fucking ate a DS game? I think. I don't remember that entirely, but I think he did. That's like in the recesses of my brain. I don't remember if regular DS games have that nasty Switch cartridge taste. I've never tasted a DS game. I don't think they do. My brother is the reason they coat the Switch cards. Yep, pretty much. Him exclusively. I wrote a letter to Nintendo and said, please, my poor copy! No! Whatever will I do without drawing to life the next chapter? But yeah, so I have 2 GBA hookups. The other problem with, well, I guess I don't need a GBA, but let me express problems to you right now by saying I actually don't know where my Game Boy Advance is. I told the story of how I legally, not even kidding, legally acquired a copy of Mother 3, right? When I was in Japan, in Akihabara, I found a used game store there that sold the game to me for like roughly $30 US. I don't remember the exact price, but I remember estimating it to be around that. I bought a copy of Mother 3 and put it in my Game Boy Advance for safekeeping, and then the Game Boy Advance disappeared. I don't know where it is. No idea. I've cleaned my fucking house multiple times. I've moved since then. No idea. No idea where that thing is at. I'm convinced that I accidentally threw the fucking thing away when like cleaning off a shelf. Didn't even notice I did it. With any luck, I'll find it one day, but goddamn, am I upset, because Mother 3 is not something that is cheap to get a hold of. By golly, is it not? Also, wait a minute. Did I not unlock anything for completing this? What did I unlock for that? I got 1 star and everything. I didn't get more carts. The fuck did I... Oh, I think I would have gotten more carts, but I already had the 7 carts. That's... okay, yeah, I would have unlocked the 3rd cart. Alright. You know what? No one fucking plays as Mario. So I'll give him... Eek! I'll give him some spotlight. Remember when they cock-teased us into thinking Mother 3 was coming to Switch? What are you talking about? No, when you say Mother 3 coming to Switch, that's almost as prominent of a rumor, which is why I have to be skeptical about rumors in general, was both Mother 3 and also fucking the Switch Pro. If there's one thing that's been quote-unquote leaked 1.5 billion times that I can just never really believably be like, sure, is when they did that. But, yeah, as for like the most recent Nintendo Direct when they did like that Earthbound stuff, at the time there was no GBA emulator, though I suppose the interesting thing they could have followed up with was, instead of giving us the GBA version with the arguable now into question GBA emulator we have, was I personally figured that if Mother 3 was to ever come to the States, that it would be through a remake to dampen the blow of certain changes being made to the story. I feel like if Mother 3 GBA was released in the States, but they do that thing that all of us people figure that they will do, who knows, maybe they'll leave the fan translation the way it is and we'll just kind of have like an age warning or something, or like this content is not suitable for children or something like that. I don't know. Before you boot up the game. I don't really know how they would handle it, but there's a lot of things that really wouldn't fly too well in the States. Superstar Saga was one of those games in the list. Yeah, but Superstar Saga has multiplayer through the Mario Bros, doesn't it? Superstar Saga, like every other fucking Mario GBA game, was packaged with Mario Bros Arcade. I'm pretty sure it was, anyways. I don't know if that is multiplayer, but I am 98% confident that that is in that game. Yeah, it is. Okay. The red shell. Mario driving an actual fucking bulldozer. Whatever this is. Crane. Every Mario Advance game has it, yeah. Why were they so obsessed with fucking Mario fucking Arcade? It's not what people know Mario for! You know, they never did a GBA version of Mario 1, did they? Granted, there was the Game Boy... well, no, there was, but it was a port of the NES game. There wasn't a advanced series Mario 1, is what I mean to say. Oh yeah, I know about that stereotype in Xenoblade. The fucking curry in Japan. And so they're like, we know how we can fix this. Let's make it a sandwich. Literally just made it offensive in both languages. Great fucking job, Monolith. Though I do envy Shulk and his, or rather the power of that sandwich. The thing was, Shulk was still like level 4. That sandwich was wearing at least 3 agility gems. It just kept missing. But I mean, the curry is still in the English version too, actually. Both the curry and the sandwich are eaten by Dunban at the beginning of the game. What do you think he's dropping a spoon for? Like in that one of those first cutscenes at the beginning of the game. Because he just really likes spooning! I deserve that. I think that peaked the audio, sorry. It went full red on my end. I mean, it wasn't loud for me, but... You know what? I deserve all of this for what I just did. The layered fart. Hey, so you know like cake farts, and like cakes have layers? You know what? I'm not gonna continue that. DS sound font. This is GBA, mate. Well, I guess this is, well... Do they... No, they do emulate the music for GBA game. I think they emulate all of the soundtrack in this. But I know sometimes they just like straight port the music, or just like give it to you at like a higher sample rate. Oh, that sucked. But like with the GBA ones in particular, the fucking quality of it was so shit that I think they're actually remakes. So I actually think you are accurate by saying this is DS sound font. There goes that. Did that get both of them? Hell yeah, it did. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, the bass is stanky. That bass, it's all about it. He just stanked his last bass. Mario Kart DS is the best Mario Kart, don't at me. Give me a second. It has been done. That was a lot harder to type than you think it was. The keyboard is way the fuck over there, and I'm way the fuck over here. And you can't see that because I don't have the camera is not currently on. But trust me, it's over there and I'm over here. You don't know where there and here are, but take my word for it, it's there and here. Ah, yes. Back before Baby Park was as tilted as it was in Mario Kart 8. Though many will argue it was at its most tilted in Mario Kart Double Dash. Not horizontally, not vertically, but tilted through our salt factories. Honestly, if I wasn't so fucking booked on other games that I want to play, I really want. I mean, it's gonna happen over time, of course it is, because like Mario Kart is like one of the few like series that I'm like decent at. I say as I just tanked that fucking green shell. A green shell. Ortiz got caught in an explosion in 8th. I was gonna say, I'd like to stream the entirety of the Mario Kart series in the same fashion that I have been streaming this game. Totson almost fucking stole it from the fucking shell snipe from someone else! Oh! That last race was rough. Still got a star though. It's alright. Yeah, we got a leaf cup. Alright. Yeah, Murph. Got a leaf cup, Murph. Alright. Dong legs. I don't know, guys. I don't really have a leg to stand on with this game. I'm just kidding. In the topic of best Mario Kart, I don't know what objectively the best Mario Kart is. That's tough. We've had this discussion before. don't remember if it was during this series or a different Mario Kart stream, but it depends on the context of who I am playing with for which Mario Kart I will recommend. This is not the Mario Kart I would ever recommend to play with friends. Mostly because it's one that requires everyone to have DSs. I think other Mario Karts just in general have better multiplayer. This game is, bar none, the best for single player though. That is not even questionable. However, I've had this discussion before, like I said, but if I'm playing Mario Kart with some people that I know maybe have played Mario Kart before, but don't really play it, if that makes sense. So like gamers, but not, you know, Mario Kart experts. I would probably either pick 8 or Double Dash. But probably Double Dash, I would say. Especially if I've got a bigger group, like, because the tag team stuff is nice. You know, I've never done a LAN party for Double Dash. I want to do that one day. All racers being controlled by a human. That'd be cool. But I think the best Mario Kart for when I'm going over to my parents' house and my dad wants to play Mario Kart because he wants to bond with me. Because we don't have a lot else in common. So he's like, I'll play video games with you. You got Mario Kart? Back in the day, my dad and I used to play Mario Kart Wii and even 64 together, but I would still, even to him, pick 8 over those games just because I think it's just easier to get a hold of. Also, yeah, best song in the game. I need that Bones. There he goes. How did that not hit either of them? Again, didn't hit either of them. I should have seen that that red shell in his inventory. I don't know why I didn't hold on to that banana. Banana! Nine, need more! More! Chat. How do we feel about Mario Kart 8's Choco Mountain? I'm still mixed on it. Do we like it? I mean, I like it, but I guess the question is, do we like it more than the original? I can answer for myself by saying I like it, but I don't know if I like it more than the original. The original is pretty damn iconic. But they changed it a decent amount to the point where it feels a little different. Like, through this tunnel is like an actually way more extensive cave here, so like this part of the map is completely different. And then there's like a flying segment right here that comes out to the part where it opens up. No, drive owner. Owner! Oh, I almost knocked him off. Oh, I got him! Yeah, it's alright, you stay back there. Do we have any other, topics to talk about? I expect next courses to be either May or June. Well, okay, so they're releasing them in packs of 2 cups, right? I think we can math this shit out. We're getting everything by the end of 2023, and I'm predicting, similar to Smash, that they're gonna really ride that up to the edge, like they say. So, final DLC pack is Holiday 2023. I would say we're getting a midsummer release. I think May and June, well, that would be fun, and I would much prefer that to what I'm going to say. I do believe it's going to be a little later than that. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna like space it out perfectly, because if you do the things, to do the number crunching, the maths, which I'm not good at, that would equal 6 releases in total, with the first one already being behind us. So what do? You do 1 in early spring, 1 in like late summer maybe, and then 1 in holiday. If we're lucky, well, I guess 2 of those, because you'd have to do the same for the next year. But if we're lucky, maybe we'll have everything by like autumn of 2023. But I don't think it's gonna be. We're gonna have all 6 courses, all 6 releases by then. Any earlier, anyways. Like summer is pushing it. I don't think that's happening. I think if they said by the end of 2023, they're gonna push that. The question is, how much time are they really spending on these courses, though? Because with this first batch, it doesn't seem like a lot. It seems like it's just some porting and some texture work. Porting of the models of the area, texture work. Contextualizing the laps of the tour tracks is probably a decent amount of work, actually. But other than that, it's mostly just, you know, being lifted from tour. But maybe, and this is where I'm hopeful, I'm really hoping we get some like kind of anti-grav shit, which tour doesn't have at all in the game. Which would have to imply that we'd get some original shit that's not in tour. Maybe it's just this first pack that's being lifted from tour. Maybe I'm being way too optimistic about this. I will reserve my judgment until more of it comes out. As things stand, Mario Kart 8's DLC is fine. I give it that review. Don't really recommend it at its current state, but I will say, if you already have the expansion, then of course get it. If you already have 8 as well, that is, there's no reason not to. But if you don't have it, and you're wondering, should I get in a expansion NSO pass, or even just buy the DLC? Well, for the NSO pass, that's a lot more loaded of a question, I guess, because you'd really have to determine how much of that other shit are you really planning on using. For me, I get a lot of mileage out of N64. I had this discussion with a coworker today, actually. I like NES games somewhat. I think a lot of them have aged poorly, and aren't things that I love to go back to. But a few of them, original Mario is fun, Mario 3 is fun, Mario 2 is fun. Zelda 1 is okay for about 80% of the game. Then you get to like Dungeon 6, 7, and 8, and Death Mountain, and then it's like, okay, fuck this game. And Super Nintendo has great games, but As I currently stand, I haven't really played a lot of them. Link to the Past is a game I've never finished. Mario World, I have finished several times. I play the GBA version growing up. I have played the GBA version, is what I meant to say. I've also played it on SNES original hardware as well, but I grew up mainly with the GBA version. And then there's the that's kind of it for Super Nintendo, though, that I've really experienced. Just those couple of games. I mean, I've played Super Mario Kart a handful of times. I'm sure there's others that I'm forgetting that, like, oh yeah, of course I've played that. But, you know, offhand, those are the only ones that come to mind. Yoshi's Island, there's another one. Where it's like, oh yeah, I guess. But for me, I get a lot of mileage out of the Nintendo 64 games because this is just a straight personal preference, but I grew up with those games, and a lot of them are games I have played, and are games that I like to replay. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. There's also plenty of N64 games I haven't played, which has been fun to stream, like Banjo. Kirby 64 is my favorite Kirby game. Maybe Sans the new one? Forgotten Land is great. I don't quite yet know if it beats Kirby 64 for me. I'm gonna need some time for that to gestate before I can really say that. But first impressions for Forgotten Land are very high. Did they fix that NSO exclusive glitch for Paper Mario? Are you referring... I don't know which one was specifically NSO exclusive, but I'm gonna take a guess. Are you talking about the thing in Shiver City where you, like, bump the tree with your hammer and then the game crashes? I do believe that was fixed. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe so. NSO's emulation has gotten a lot better than what it was at launch. Initial reaction to NSO was very valid, and the emulation was not great. There were a lot of problems with a lot of games. Zelda Ocarina of Time had literal input lag. If you died with Watt as your partner, the game would crash. Oh, that was the NSO exclusive glitch? Oh, I hadn't heard about that glitch, so I really don't know. As the NSO expands, with more titles, they are updating the firmware on the emulation itself. Ocarina of Time no longer has these issues it had at launch. Fog has been restored in games where, like Ocarina of Time's Water Temple, for example. Choco Mountain in MK64 had a lack of fog that should have been there. Which, I mean, fog is a minor thing. Some people will even argue that the lack of fog makes the game look nicer. It depends on the context, really. Having a farther distance you can see is kind of cool. I don't really know if it makes or breaks, but, you know, dude, you've just fucking lost that shell. I'm sorry. Fuck, I took that corner too sharp. I don't really like this car. I don't know why I picked it, to be honest. I just kind of rushed through my kart selection. But alright, I'll deal with it. Uh-oh! How did I live? How did I get through that? But yeah, apparently F-Zero runs great in multiplayer. For what it's worth, when I streamed Sonic 2 with Caleb, it was mostly running fine, though after a certain amount of time, our connection started to break. Though I do believe a part of that is, as I seem to recall, Caleb's internet. It's not terrible, but it's not, I guess, as good as it could be. I don't really know his situation. I could be entirely off base as well. And I know neither of us were also playing LAN, for whatever that means, for NSL. So I'm sure that would probably make a improvable difference if you're having network issues. He was mostly there for moral support. Yeah, unfortunately in Sonic 2, except for the Chaos Emerald games, which is fucking damn near essential for him to be there, Tails can't really do a whole lot in that game. However, whenever like Sonic Origins comes out, or if Sonic 3 comes to Genesis Online, I would like to play through that game with him again. Well, not again, but with him as my Tails, because apparently Tails gets more to do with that. Also, I would probably do a separate, entirely separate stream where I played the game as Knuckles. Wait, hang on, what's this? A hacker dived into the game and figured out they purposely limited FPS of Paper Mario, and that's what caused the animation error. Oh. Do we know why they did that? Was it just running too well? So it was like, well, actually, that would make sense, actually, what I just said. If a game runs too well, like at a too high of a frame rate, certain things can become out of sync with how they should be. Knuckles in Sonic 2. Yeah, I don't know if I would replay that game. I just fucking jumped off! I even tried to hang back there. Oh! The fucking hops on this dude! Oh! No, not me! In Japan, it was untouched and didn't have the crash. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I would imagine it's fixed by now. Paper Mario came out a few months ago, and they have been releasing patches for, previous games that were having issues. I know Paper Mario got some crash fixed. It might be that one, it might have been a different one. I'm not sure. I think the hammer bonking on the tree glitch that I mentioned is fixed. But I guess don't quote me on that. I am not the resident expert I sometimes make myself out to be. No! Peach passes me and says, yeah, but meanwhile I'm like, no! The light, it burns! Well, fuck! Well, I'll take second. Could have been worse, I suppose. We got one more race ahead of us. I think this is the last one. Look up. Ending with a pretty solid map, if I do say so. This also has some very nice stanky. Well, this base isn't so much stanky as much as it is just smooth. Stanky kind of implies slap bass. This is just good baseline. That's not what I meant to do with that bomb. But I also wasn't expecting all of my bananas to be ejected. Fucking Birdo. Is Birdo in MK8? I don't remember. I don't think so, right? Take it easy. I'll read that chat message after I'm done with this race. That's a long one. Shit's getting intense. Oh my god. This fucking dude. The fucking blue shell that I'm not paying enough attention to the bottom screen with this layout. I remember like playing this game with the screen stacked, like on an actual DS. I noticed the bottom screen a lot more. I used to have like Hawkeye vision for whenever there was a blue shell. I'd be like, and then like fucking slam on the brakes. Fucking great job! I wanted to use the red shell and then hit myself with a fucking greenie. Oh, this might go badly, actually. God damn it. I should have paid attention to when other people were going through item boxes before I used that. Oh, fuck. This is very far behind. I don't know how I'm gonna perform in this overall ranking. I might have to redo this cup. Looks like it. Oh my god. Fucking too late on that blue shell. Oh, well, I won! Winning is enough, I think, to do the unlocks. I don't think you need star rankings in this game. Fucking rank C. Stupid. Yes! Yes! Waluigi! Alright. We're gonna end on this stream with actual credits today. This is not the end of the Mario Kart streams, by the way. Just because credits are on the screen. It happens in every Mario Kart game. But there will be one more stream of this game. Where I do all of mirror mode. Get the Robert. Get all the carts for everybody. And then I will finish mission mode. I'm a little tired tonight, so I realized that this segment of Mario Kart is extremely short for how long I typically do segments on this stream, but I have been live for 3 hours, talking doing a lot of talking actually today. There hasn't been a lot of lull in the conversation, which is good. I like having the Mario Kart casts every now and then. Which is why I kind of want to play more Mario Kart games on my stream, just so I can play these games well enough that I don't have to entirely focus on what I'm doing and have a good conversation. Yep, can't wait to cuck the ice bully. I'm waiting for the day. Oh, speaking of ice bully, okay, chat. I'm gonna leave this up to you to vote, because I'm really unsure what I'm doing after I finish Xenoblade and Kirby. I mean, I'm starting Super Metroid this week, so there's that. But I'm considering between 3 games right now. 2 of them are Marios. 2 of them are 3D Marios. Not Mario 64 DS, though it kind of led me into the idea, because 3D Mario. The 3 games that I am considering are Sunshine, Luigi Galaxy, because I've beaten Mario Galaxy 100%, but not but I have not done so as Luigi. So I'll just do a stream as Luigi for Luigi Galaxy. Or Galaxy 2. No, I've already streamed Galaxy 2. I'm actually blanking on the other game. Hang on, let me look at my shelf real quick. I had a third game lined up in my mind, and now I can't remember. I think it was a 3DS game. Hang on, let me look at my 3DS games. Actually look at my actual 3DS itself. Pull it up real quick. Thank you so much for playing the play. Okay. Well, my 3DS is dead, so hang on. I've got to wait for it to charge for a second. Not Hey Pikmin, though. I might consider doing Pikmin 1 soon. Let me see. Oh, Luigi's Mansion 2. So actually, they're all Mario games. I said I was going to potentially do Luigi's Mansion 2 before Halloween this next year, and then do Luigi's Mansion 3 for Halloween this year. So that's the other one that I wanted to do. That was the one that I was considering. Do Luigi's Mansion 2? All right. Well, I'll consider a few things. I'm considering it. I'm also really considering. I really want to play Sunshine or Galaxy. I'm personally more leaning towards Sunshine, but I'm willing to leave this up to a vote for now. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do some votes. I don't know how long Super Metroid is going to take me. If it's as long as the Zero Mission game, that should only be like 3 streams, really. So, Corona boat. See, here's the thing. You know how I've been talking about objective difficulties in games? Well, I have 100%ed Mario Sunshine. That is my objective gamer moment. Fuck the blue coins, though. Fuck the blue coins, though! Would I 100% Mario Sunshine? I think that would be a game where I would at least consider letting myself be angry. You always complain about the boats. I do complain about them a little bit, that is true. Though I do mostly just like to shitpost the game out of love. Sunshine is my favorite 3D Mario, just personally speaking. But I like all the 3D Marios a lot. Fucking for what it's worth. The fucking before I liked RPGs, I used to just be the Mario guy that people knew me as. So, yeah, I liked those games a little bit. But alright, I'll leave you to stew in those game ideas. I'll put a thing on the Discord. Everyone can vote on it. If you see this VOD, I'm gonna give this, like, until I have an opening. So, anyone who sees this VOD or hears me now, go ahead and vote. The 3 games, once again, will be Luigi Galaxy, Sunshine, or Luigi's Mansion 2. Those are your options. If I don't do one now, they will all be done eventually. Luigi's Mansion 2 may be done even sooner rather than later. But if I did Sunshine now, for example, and vice versa, well, I guess Luigi's Mansion 2 would have higher priority because I do still want to do Luigi's Mansion 3 for Halloween, so I want to do 2 first, sometime in between now and then. But alright, there you go. That's my stream for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys are great today. Great conversation. Give yourself a pat on the back. You carry my stream. You really do sometimes. Sometimes, I gotta admit, sometimes if you guys weren't here, I'd just be like, well, you know, games. But seriously, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be here tomorrow with Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Though I should say one quick addendum for any stream this week. Work is fine. I'm back to work now, which is why we're back to no longer TBD on schedule and strict times. But there is a thing, because we were off for 2 weeks. A number of people at my job did not come back. Understandably so. So they're doing mandates again for overtime, and there's no way to predict it. So there's a high chance even tomorrow that I will be mandated. If this is the case, mandated for overtime, if I have to stay after or come in late, I'll post the update on Discord, which could either mean I stream earlier or later, or maybe even cancel. If I have to cancel a stream, that guarantees that whatever I canceled will go to wildcard day. But there you go. But what happens if I cancel wildcard day? You don't want to know. You don't want to know! Alright. You guys take care. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.